What is up, everybody? So today's video is going to be a little different. So I've been dealing with stress like everyone, and I'm just going to show you guys like what I do to recharge, to get myself back to where I was. I packed my car. I can sleep in it if I want. Right now I'm hiking in Caddo and Karnak. And we're just gonna take it slow today and see like what will and why. Really just take a beat for myself. And I would love to share it with you guys. A slight change. So it's like a beautiful day and I really want to hike or get out some energy. So we came to the equestrian trail and we're about to hike 8 miles. What did I bring for our little hike? I got Mr. Compass a beef jerky stick. I got a beef jerky stick. I got me some pistachios, a little bit of gum, and I got me a smart water, and I got him a core bottle. The caps like literally turn into like a dog bowl. But we're about to go hike. I should be done with it like within 2 hours, on how fast like we go, but it's super hot, so I don't want to like push the dog so much where like he gets exhausted and medical bill. Like I just wouldn't feel the greatest about that. But we're about to start this and I'll update you guys like a mile in, maybe 2, 3, 4, who knows. I'll see you when I see you. Alright, we are like 3 miles in, but we're turning around. Mr. Compass is kinda, I don't want to like overdo it with him, this is like the first nice day of the year, and it would suck if he died, so we're turning around. Little buddy's like, he's black, so like the sun soaks into him. He's hot, but boy, now he just laid straight in the mud after all that. He said it's time for a mud bath. Alright, we're gonna chill for a minute and we didn't go all the way, but we still did, a good chunk. But we're heading back to the car, eat some food. I'll see you guys there. He is so over it. Every single little shade we find, he's in. He's like, alright, come on, to the next one. We're almost there, dude. Keep pushing. In the beginning, I told him to slow down because he was running a lot. Now look. Listen to your father, son. Dude, he's just drank more water. Now we're gonna go find somewhere pretty. Maybe read a book and eat lunch. I packed some lunch today. So when I find a pretty spot, we'll stop and I'll show you the whole setup. But it was a nice walk. I feel bad that he got so tired, but he's fine now. This is feels so good to just decompress and like, you know, be able to think everything out. Well, it's lunchtime. Making some grapes and some feta veggie salad, listening to some music. A pretty chill day. I'm just so grateful to be able to walk and run and to be able to have a car to like do anything. I think I sometimes get caught up in life and forget the like beautiful and like the actual like important parts of it. You know? Like grind, yes, that's great, but sometimes you need to just step back and take a beat and enjoy like life and time itself. Take some time to find those words inside yourself. Not an impatient, it's easy to write. And even smoking weed is not replaced. But there's COVID on the plains, and I heard Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. It's about the darkness I inherited.
College tour week. I will explain why in a minute. But I did learn some really incredible things about trusting outside forces and influences. And it's hard because we are so quick to consider what everybody else is thinking. We're so quick to weigh how our decision is going to impact somebody else's feeling. So that shower felt amazing, so good. I had to come outside to hang out, relax, listen to some music. Dinner, steak, rice, veggies. Yum. Slowing down. It's so much harder than like you would really think, you know? Everyone's like, just don't do anything. But it's hard not to do something. You know what I mean? But I'm grateful for today. It was a nice day. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you for watching. You're super cool, like 10 out of 10. I definitely would recommend. So I kind of wanted to go over why today was important for me and my mental health, and some like key points about the day that pretty beneficial, like they benefit me. You might be able to tell like a complete mood shift or difference from the beginning of the video until now. So days like this are super important because, you live, you start picking up a lot of outside like negativity and like negative energies that start pulling you down. And that definitely started happening to me. The stress with like Texas trying to ban weed, that's super stressful. I own a weed store, and I kind of hyper fixated on that for a bit. Just other things in life. The everyday questions like, so if they ban my store, what am I gonna do next? Do I want to be a bartender the rest of my life? Things like that, and it starts to get kind of overwhelming. I like taking days like this, especially when I feel oh my goodness, there's a fly. Especially when I feel overwhelmed, really pinpoint what is frustrating me and bleeding into like my everyday life. Certain things I can see that it affects me at home, at work, at Skinner's. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell sometimes I am not doing the best that I can do. I'm like stuck on stress of certain like topics, and really there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I've reached out to representatives and called them and emailed them, but at the end of the day I have no control over it. And I have to remind myself that, kind of decompress from the topic of restarting my whole life over again. Especially be greened out, just nature. Everywhere you look is green. You're kind of able to view your own life with third person perspective. During my hikes and walks today, I was thinking about my current life and what I'm doing and where I'm showing up and certain aspects of my life that I need to improve. It's really important to have those check-ins with yourself because, the last few weeks I feel like I could have been a better person than I've been being. And I'm just glad I'm able to catch it now instead of continuing on with, none of us are perfect, but the want to be better every day doesn't really go away. Pushing pause really helps me recenter and like my focus and my actions. Just stopping for a minute, I can say, alright, I see what my actions are. There's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do from this point on is control my future actions. In this world, that's the only thing we really do have control over, is the way we think and the way we act. And I constantly remind myself that, because that little voice in your head sometimes is pretty loud and you're like, bro, I need to stop. I know like right from wrong, and I know what the highest version of myself would consider good and what the highest version of myself considers bad. Outside like perspectives are music and like podcasts, so like the mindset that I want to maintain and keep. I'm pretty picky about the social media content that I consume and digest every day. How hard it is for me to reply to people, because I'm really not on social media. I post and continue on with my day, and I didn't talk to any friends. I didn't really talk to any family. It's important to be able to sit with yourself and kind of decide what you want for your life. You can ask other people's opinions all the time, but it's pretty insane asking other people questions or opinions about your own life. They're not living it. It's your life. And when we ask other people like advice or decision and listen to it, and something goes wrong, it's easier to blame them instead of taking responsibility. It's easier to be like, hey, you told me to do this, blah blah blah. You're like, no bro, I gave you my opinion and you decided to run with it, but you got to sleep in the bed you made. So after I got home and cleaned out my car, I took a shower, and especially days like this, I have this practice where, like, as I'm like washing my body, I'm visualizing like mud coming off of my body, and I'm only claiming my energy. Like, reject and release any energy that is not mine. You know, so I can really be the highest version of myself that I can be. Thank you for hanging out with me today on my like energy re-kick. I feel like I've been doing these more and more. You know, times are hectic, man, but I love each and every one of you, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you on your own journeys. And yeah, just remember, love with love. Love can conquer anything, and have grace. But I hope everyone has an amazing day, night, midday, wherever you're at in the world.